Hello, callers. Welcome back to Viva Barca and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on the latest stories. We are going to begin with Vitor Roque, as it has been reported that Barcelona's deal for the 18-year-old wonderkid includes special Ballon d'Or clauses. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Secondly, talking about Clement Lenglet, as it has been reported that the Barcelona outcast move to Tottenham Hotspur is currently in its final stretch. Clubs are separated by just 5 million euros. We are also going to be discussing on that. So guys, as we get right into the stories in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. With Vitor Roque, one of the priority targets for Barcelona, coming into the summer, the Blaugrana have secured an agreement with Atletico Paranaense for his signing already. Barca would be shelling out a sum of 35 million euros plus 10 million euros in add-ons for the 18-year-old striker. On top of that, Roque would be signing a 6-year contract until 2026 with a salary of less than 3 million euro per year and a release clause worth 1 billion euros. The deal is 99% done, with the final documentation set to be sent over by Barcelona to Atletico this week before the operation is completed. Now, Roger Torello of Mundo Deportivo has come up with a fresh report shedding light on some details of the variable clauses agreed between the two clubs. As per the report, clubs like Manchester United, PSG and Tottenham were willing to offer Atletico more than what Barcelona offered for Roque's signing. As such, the Brazilian club had two more clauses inserted in their agreement with the Catalans to compensate for the sum they would be losing by not selling him any of the aforementioned clubs. Such is the confidence in the gem for Atletico Paranaense that they have inserted Ballon d'Or clauses in their agreement with Barcelona for the 18-year-old. As per the report, Barcelona would owe the Brazilian club a certain amount of money if Vitor Roque finishes in Ballon d'Or top 3 or a higher sum if the striker goes on to win the coveted Golden Orb. Roque has been in red-hot form in 2023, having already netted 15 goals from 29 matches for his club while setting up 5 more. His acquisition will certainly be a huge boost for Barcelona, but they must make some sales to ensure his registration this summer or wait for his arrival until next year. Of course, the chase for Vitor Roque now is already certain as we finally got our hands on Vitor Roque despite top clubs showing interest in Europe. Of course, the player's desire to join Barca was key to this operation to getting 99% finalized. So now what remains to be done is just to sign the papers. Barca needs to send the documentation to the players' club in Brazil for everything to be done and sealed. So now they are just giving us some details on some of the agreements that Atletico Paranaense and Barca have come across. As they say, if the player goes as far as being a top 3 in Ballon d'Or, Barca will pay an amount of money, which of course was not disclosed in this report. And they'll even pay more money if the player was to win the Ballon d'Or in the future in his footballing career. So Barcelona have already agreed on that. So now, of course, Vitor Roque is for sure going to play for Barca. But now, the thing is, there is no certainty as to when he will arrive because there have been contradicting reports on the same. Some reports saying that Barca want to ensure that he plays for Barca this very season. Xavi really wants Barca to finalize the deal and they should at least create room for the player to be registered so that there will be that possibility that he futures for, even for pre-season possible, he futures with the United States tour with the first team so that Xavi can start molding the player. But to be honest, if we're talking about the reality here, it's kind of be difficult because Barcelona are still facing a lot of issues to register players. Talk less of even, selling players have not been easy for the club because they need to sell certain players in order to guarantee registration of some of these young talents or some of these new players. which so far they haven't been doing that. Vitor Roque, of course, is a happy guy now because his dream of playing for Barca will surely become a reality, as the player himself have always been saying it in public interviews that Barca have always been his club that he loved since as a kid, and of course he is really happy to join the club. So the total deal, the package is worth 45 million euros, as we have been hearing. That is 35 million euros in fixed transfer fees plus an extra 10 million euros in add-ons or variables. So the deal is 99% complete. So let's see how things are going to look like for Vitor Roque if actually he comes. But how I wish if Barca could finalize the signature this summer. It's going to be great if the signature can be done this summer, like if everything registration is being carried out this summer, because I think Vitor Roque, we need to see him this summer, because because there's like as I said earlier, the idea of keeping him, loaning him to his Brazilian club Atlético Paranaense and going for him either in January or next summer. Honestly, I don't think majority of fans will love that idea. Then moving on to the final story of discussion. In an interview recently, Barca president Joan Laporta expressed optimism that the club will reach an agreement with Tottenham Hotspur for the transfer of out-of-favor defender Clement Lenglet. He said, "I think we will reach an agreement with Tottenham for Lenglet." Now, building on that, Sport is reporting that Lenglet's transfer to Tottenham from Barca is in the final stretch, with the two clubs separated in the price points of the defender by a figure of 5 million euros. Lenglet spent the last season away on loan at Tottenham and had a decent enough campaign. There have been talks of a permanent move for a while now, and negotiations are understood to be underway between the two teams. Barca have been asking for a fee of 15 million euros for Lenglet, but Tottenham have been reluctant to meet that valuation as they have had to make serious efforts to come close to meeting the defender's current wages. Lenglet would earn around 16 million euro per year if he were to continue at Barca next season. Given the club's current financial situation, they are eager to get rid of the Frenchman, and with Spurs coming so close to matching his wages, they do not intend to spend that big on his transfer fee as well. As such, the report states that the Londoners are willing to offer around 10 million euros for Lenglet. Barcelona could give in and accept that offer by including a few add-ons and variables. As far as Lenglet is concerned, he is keen on the move to Tottenham, but would seek some compensation from Barca as he stands to lose some money if the move to London is completed. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.